Hey guys, so I am back with another Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6 review. This review is for episode 8. If you did not catch my reviews for episodes 1 through 7, please go check those out. So this episode starts where the last one ended, where K. Michelle was meeting up with Tone to talk. Now Tone is the woman who K. Michelle is supposed to be using as her surrogate for her twin daughters, but K. Michelle is having some concerns, and so she decided to meet up with Tone to let her know about the concern she's having about Tone being her surrogate. So she got really right to the point and told Tone that she has concerns about Tone being the surrogate. And Tone asked her, was it because she was making YouTube videos? And K. Michelle told her, yeah, that's part of it. Because why are you, if you're supposed to be being a surrogate for a celebrity, on YouTube making videos talking about how you're the surrogate for this celebrity and how you're going to be one big family once you give birth to those babies and stuff like that? That's weird. Like, I can understand K. Michelle's concerns. It's like a Lifetime movie, you know what I mean? You know, when you're chilling there on a Sunday, there's nothing on TV, you click on Lifetime, and there's this movie about a woman who's being the surrogate, and she's in love with the husband, and she wants to take the child, and she gets so attached to the kid that she thinks it's hers, and she tries to take the baby and stuff like that. So things like that are concerning, so I understand K. Michelle's concerns. And K. Michelle also said that she doesn't like that Tone is going around saying how they're going to be one big happy family after she has those babies, because K. Michelle doesn't want to be close to Tone if Tone is the person that's going to be giving birth to her twin. She just doesn't want to. She wants it to be looked at as a business deal. And that's really what it is. Being somebody's surrogate is definitely a business deal. You're getting paid for it. It is business, okay? And K. Michelle wants to keep it strictly business, and I can understand why she wants to do that. And Tone seems like she just doesn't really get it. So K. Michelle lets her know that it's really not Tone who she has the issue with, though. She's saying that it's Tone's boyfriend that's the problem, and that she heard that legally he is being a problem. And K. Michelle has concerns about Tone's boyfriend, because if Tone's boyfriend is a headache and he's stressful and he stresses Tone out while she's pregnant with K. Michelle's twins, that has a direct effect on those babies, and that puts her babies in harm's way. And so I honestly don't think that K. Michelle should use Tone as her surrogate. I don't think so. I know Kay wants to give that family the money because they need it, but she has to put her own family first. I'm sorry. I know that sounds selfish, but you and your kids come first, not somebody else's. So I honestly think that Kay should find somebody else to be her surrogate. She was saying that she wants somebody close to perfect as possible, and Tone was telling her she's not going to find nobody perfect. No, you can find some surrogates who are damn near close to perfect, who are not on social media telling everybody that they were the surrogate for the person. Kim Kardashian did it, so maybe K. Michelle can find somebody like that too. We'll see. So April goes to see her mom and her stepdad, and she was saying how her relationship with her mom is so much better now, because they had problems with one another at one point in their lives, because April's mom raised her up until she was 4, and then she gave her up to her grandmother, who raised her until she was 11, and then her mom ended up getting her back. And she said that she had so much resentment for her mom for giving her up for those few years that she became a really big problem child. But that now that she has kids of her own, she understands the sacrifices that her mom made. And so now she no longer has resentment towards her mom, and her mom's like her best friend. I think that's good. My mom has 4 daughters. We're all girls. She has no boys at all. And it is really difficult. We butt heads a lot. But at the end of the day, like, we love our mom. So, I mean, I think it's good that their relationship got better. But I feel like April is, and I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but I feel like April is over-exaggerating the depression that she went through when Omarion left her. Like, I really think that she's over-exaggerating it, because it's like she starts crying, and her mom starts crying, and her mom's talking about how she thought April was going to die at one point because April was too skinny, because of the depression she had when Omarion left her, and how Drew came along and he took the weight off her mother's shoulders and came in and saved the day like some prince in a fairy tale. And I feel like she's just doing that because she wants to make people feel like it's okay for her and Drew to be together. We don't give a damn really if her and Drew are together. the fact of the matter is they lying about being together. They won't say that they're actually together, but then they paint the picture for everybody that they are together. That is something more than just a friendship. And that to me is annoying, because if you're together, you're together. Just be honest and say it. Can't nobody stop you guys from being together. Not even Omarion. All they want is for him to stop bringing her around to the concerts, and that's it. They could be together if they want to be together. It's just the fact that they're trying to hide it, but then they paint the picture to everybody that they are actually together. And it's really friggin' annoying. It's like, you don't have to act like Drew was some prince who came in and saved you. Not only that, is like, Omarion, she said Omarion left her and he didn't explain to her why he left her. He just up and left and things were good in their relationship. Apparently not. Everything clearly wasn't good in their relationship if he left. So maybe there was some miscommunication going on. Maybe that's what happened. We don't know Omarion's side of the story, and I'm not saying she's lying, but I do feel like she's over-exaggerating just a little bit. So Brittany B shows up to check up on Apple because Apple had just had breast augmentation surgery, and now Apple is laid up in bed. She looks like she's in so much friggin' pain. She said at this point it hurts so bad that she wants the breast implants taken out. And I'm just like, girl, you should never got them anyway. But it's like, it's her body. She can do what she wants to do, but it's just like, you know that shit's gonna hurt. So if you choose to get it, you need to deal with that pain and not be complaining about it because you chose to do it. You shouldn't have got them done if you weren't expecting it to hurt that bad, especially because she got it done in a strip mall. And I'm not saying that they didn't do a good job. They probably did, but you have to really do your research on places before you end up going to somewhere to go get your something cosmetic done to your body. It's like, you really do need to do your research before you do that. But Apple said that the breast surgery hurt so bad that she can barely get up and she can't really do anything for herself. So she has her sister Bonnie over there helping take care of her because she doesn't have a good relationship with her mom and her blood sister. So it's good that she has Bonnie around to be there for her because she doesn't really have anybody else in her family there. So in order to stop talking about the breast implant surgery, because it makes it worse when you keep talking about it, Apple ended up asking Brittany B what happened at the showcase after she had left because her and Lyrica had ran into each other at the end as they were both leaving. So Brittany told her that she doesn't have a problem with Lyrica, that her issue with Lyrica was that she was going around to everybody pretending like she didn't know who she was. I don't know why Brittany is so pressed about Lyrica running around acting like she don't know her. If she acts like she don't know you, then you act like you don't know her. Why do you care? Just don't talk to her. Okay, Lyrica, if Lyrica was being fake about you, why do you care about her? Just don't talk to her at all. She said that her problem was really with Sia. It wasn't really with Lyrica, and that her and Sia almost fought at the end of the showcase, which is true, but Lyrica was getting ready to throw down with her too. Lyrica was taking her earrings and stuff off when Sia and Brittany B were getting ready to fight. So, I mean, Brittany shouldn't even care to have any type of relationship with Lyrica at this point. But Apple was telling Brittany that she should go talk to Lyrica so that they could have a clean slate with one another and they could probably become friends because there's no need to hold on to anger that you have for somebody, which is true. You shouldn't hold on to anger and hold grudges against people. They can let bygones be bygones, but I really don't think they should be friends because they really don't like each other at the end of the day. They just don't. And I feel like it's not good for Apple to be the person in the middle trying to mediate the situation because it really doesn't ever go well for the mediator when you try to get two people who don't like each other to be friends just because you're friends with both of them. So Apple was talking about how her mom and her sister had contacted her because they saw a post she did on Instagram about her breast augmentation surgery. And Brittany B was letting her know that she should probably be open to talking to her mom and her sister and trying to make things work out for them and try to build some type of relationship. And Brittany has a similar experience with her family as Apple has with hers. Brittany says that her mom struggled with addiction and that she hasn't seen her mom or spoken to her mom in 5 years. So she was saying that she wants Apple to try to make things work out with her mom. And Apple was saying that she does want to make things work with her mom and her sister and that she doesn't want to hold the grudges against them and hold on to all that resentment that she has towards her mom because life's too short. And she was saying how she's trying to get her life together and she doesn't want to turn into her mom. So she just wants to get her life on track and make amends with her mother. I hope things go good for Apple. I'm rooting for Apple, but you never know because Apple sometimes is a hothead. So Lyrica's mom is having a celebration for her new album, and so she's having a performance. And Lyrica's there, and she's sitting down at a seat watching her mom perform, and she was saying how she's still trying to decide if she wants to leave A1 or not. And at this point, I'm tired of Lyrica, and I'm tired of A1, and I'm tired of the whole story with the two of them, because he keeps doing things to her and making her look stupid. And then she's still always saying, oh, I'm leaving. And then she still doesn't decide whether or not she's going to leave him or not. And it aggravates me that she does that. Because, like, he can only keep doing what you allow him to keep doing. And if he keeps cheating on you multiple times and you keep staying with him, that's the reason why he keeps cheating on you, too. Is because he knows there's no consequences to his actions. Even if you don't want to divorce him, you can move out of that house and only speak to him unless it's about your son. And then yous will figure out whether or not you guys want to stay married and move with each other again at some point. But she's making it worse by not making a decision on whether or not she wants to stay with him or not. So Brittany B ends up saying in her little interview that Lyrica's mom has a great voice, but that she didn't pass down that musical talent to Lyrica. And I was like, oh my God, she's already throwing shots. I'm like, why is she even at the performance if she don't like Lyrica so much that she's taking shots before she even goes and sits down? So they were shocked to see Brittany show up there, but Brittany said that she wants to make a clean slate with Lyrica and that she's taking Apple's advice. So Lyrica ends up telling her mom that Brittany and Sia had beef and that she never had beef with Brittany, which I think that Lyrica was being a little bit messy when she said that. But Brittany was saying that she actually had beef with Lyrica first. And that's why I don't think that her and Lyrica are going to work as friends, because they can't even agree on whether or not they ever had a problem with each other. Lyrica's saying there was never an issue, they never had beef, and Brittany's saying that there's been an issue and that they did have beef. So they can't even come up with a conclusion to that. So it's just not going to work out with them being friends. So in order to try to talk about something else, Brittany ends up bringing up the whole Summer Bunny situation, and Lyrica shuts that shit down immediately. And I can understand why Lyrica shut that down, because her and Brittany ain't friends. So why does Brittany think that Lyrica wants to have a conversation about her personal life with somebody she's not even friends with? So they get shocked because A1's mom, Pam, ends up showing up to support Lyrica G's new album. And so they were shocked to see her there because they had just gotten into an argument when they went out to dinner and talked about their kids' marriage. So Pam says that the reason why she showed up there is because she wants to support Lyrica G because they share a grandson together, and for the sake of the grandson, she wants to make things work with Lyrica G, which I think is a good thing, but they'll probably be fighting next episode, so who even knows? So them two get up and they go to the bar to have some drinks, and Brittany and Lyrica start talking about Zell being on the live with Summer Bunny, which they thought was really fake of Zell to be on a live stream with Summer Bunny, who cheated with his friend's husband. So Zell actually ends up showing up in the middle of Lyrica and Brittany be talking about him being on the live stream with Summer Bunny. And so Zell immediately asks Brittany for an apology for how Brittany approached Paris at the bowling event. And Brittany tells him that she don't owe him no apology because she wasn't talking to him. She didn't have an issue with him showing up. She had an issue with Paris. But Zell's saying that Paris is his best friend, so they're a package deal with one another. Now, I thought it was a low blow for Brittany to be like, oh, you like women? Like, because he was defending Paris and he was saying that they were one. And so I thought that was a little bit of a low blow, but he also was taking so many shots at Brittany B, talking about her looks and stuff like that, and like getting really like rowdy. And I'm just like, he needs to calm it down because he is a man. And it's just like, he shouldn't even be caring enough to get into an argument with a woman about stuff, because we're emotional beings, and it's just like pointless for him to even argue with her at this point. So, I mean, he should have just let Paris do that herself if she felt like there was any type of issue. But he was trying to defend his friend, so he felt like he was doing the right thing. So in order for things to not be so much drama at her mom's event, Lyrica asked Brittany B if she can step away for a minute so that she can talk to Zell. Now, in that moment, Lyrica realized that her and Brittany B ain't ever going to be friends. And she said it. And I think it's true. They're never going to be friends. They're just not. So Brittany ends up leaving, and Zell tries to apologize to Lyrica for the whole Summer Bunny thing. And he was trying to explain to her that I think he said that Mr. Ray had approached him about getting to Summer Bunny for some type of shoot or something. And so he clicked on the live, and immediately when he clicked on the live, Lyrica and A1 had called him up yelling at him about being on the live with Summer Bunny. I don't really believe his story, to be honest with you, because he said in the last episode that he was trying to be a little messy when he jumped on the live stream with Summer Bunny. So I don't really believe him. And I feel like not Brittany. I feel like Lyrica should kind of side-eye Zell, and I don't really feel like she should be really close with him at this point because he already proved that he can't really be trusted because he's giving shine to somebody who gets clout off of sleeping with married men, famous married men. So I don't know if she should trust Zell. So Lyrica says that her and A1 are separated, and Zell seems like he's hurt that her and A1 may not be together anymore. And it's just like, if you're really friends with Lyrica, you shouldn't want her to be with A1 anymore. If all the cheating and the toxicity that goes on in that relationship, you really shouldn't want her to be with him. So the fact that he acted like he was so hurt about it was ridiculous to me. In my opinion, if it was my friend and her husband was cheating on her all the time and treating her like she was a joke, I wouldn't be upset if her and her husband was getting a divorce. I would be sympathetic to her because I know it would hurt her, but I would not be upset that she was ending the relationship with him. I just wouldn't. Apple ends up taking Brittany B's advice, and she invites her sister and her mom over. Now, at first, it was kind of awkward. Her and her mom were kind of just having small talk, trying to catch up a little bit so that they can get into the more serious things. Now, they were all talking about how the rest of their family don't contact any of them. And Apple was saying how it always was that way because Apple's mom ended up having to give her and her sister up to live with their grandmother. But Apple says that instead of her grandmother taking care of them, she let them rot in the foster care system while she took care of her other grandchildren. And I thought that was really sad. Like, that's so unfortunate. That really truly is. That's really sad that they had to deal with that. It really is. She definitely had a really hard life, and it makes me more sympathetic to Apple, to be honest with you. So her and her mom said that her mom ended up saying that she didn't try to get them back because she had legal issues and she was going through a lot at the time, and she didn't feel like it was good for her to have her kids with her. And I mean, I think that that's something that Apple's going to have to accept, that if her mom was having all these legal issues and her mom was living a life that wasn't suitable for her kids to be with her, and she was being immature at the time, she chose not to have her kids with her because it wasn't the right environment for those kids. And I feel like Apple started to understand that as her mom started to explain it, and you really saw a breakthrough between her and her mom, where her mom was really like letting her know that she wants to make things work with Apple, and she wants a relationship with her, and she wants to put the past aside and move forward. And Apple said that she was willing to move things along, and that she didn't want to keep the drama going, and that she was open to building a relationship with her mom and her sister. And I thought that was really good that she said that she would be able to forgive her mom. She said she'll never forget the stuff that she went through growing up, but that she's willing to forgive her. And I can respect that, and I'm really rooting for Apple and her family to get together because I feel like Apple needs that support from her mom and her blood sister for her to continue to move forward in her life and really be the best that she can be. So I wish Apple all the best. So K Michelle is finishing up her R&B album so that she can work on this country album. So in order to get some advice on breaking into the country music genre, she ends up having a lunch meetup with Christian Bush. Okay? And she was telling him how R&B is really easy for her. It's not hard for her to do R&B, but that breaking into a new genre like country music is something that's going to be difficult for her. She has fears when it comes to doing that. And she was saying how, she's from Memphis and how she is definitely a country girl, and so she wants to start breaking into that genre, and how people would ask her when she's going to make a country album. Now, she was saying that she feels like country music fans may not accept her, and that there may be some racism that goes on within country music with the fans. Now, I didn't like that he wasn't being really honest with K Michelle. He was saying that the only thing that will hold her back and keep her from being successful in country music is the fact that she's fearful of it. And I don't think that's true. I feel like he should have been honest. Country music fans are very, very diehard. I like some country music. I can listen to a little bit of everything, to be honest with you, and I do. If you saw my playlist, it goes from rap to rock and roll to country to pop, like everything. So country music fans are really diehard, though. They really, truly are. They are very picky about who they listen to. They don't want anybody who they don't feel like belongs coming in. And so I don't know who it was who performed. Somebody black performed at the Country Music Awards, and a lot of country music fans had an issue with that. And he brought up the whole Lil Nas X thing with Billy Ray Cyrus and how that song was really successful. But Lil Nas X did get some backlash, though, from country music fans. He absolutely did. And when he became the face of Wrangler jeans, they definitely had a problem with that and said that they weren't going to buy Wrangler jeans anymore. So I feel like Christian wasn't being completely honest with K Michelle. Yes, her fears are what will hold her back in it, but I feel like she should just try it. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. She can just stick with R&B. But I also feel like he needs to be honest that there is a little bit of bias in country music when it comes to the fans. So I don't like that he wasn't really honest with her about that. But I do think she needs to put her fears aside and really go for it if it's something that she really wants to do, and she can check that off her bucket list and say she's done it. So Lyrica is at the house with Sia and a few other people, moving her stuff out of her house with A1. And the reason why she's moving her stuff out and she says she's leaving A1 is because a girl messaged her on Instagram, I think, and told her that her friend met A1 on a plane, and after the plane, he took her to his hotel room and he slept with her friend. Now, Lyrica also said that she believes it's true because A1 had went into her account and deleted the messages from the girl. So Lyrica's moving her stuff out. As Lyrica's moving her stuff out of the house, her mom comes rushing in confused. I think she thought that Lyrica is being robbed. So she ran upstairs to find out what was going on, and Lyrica told her mom the reason why she was moving out. And Lyrica's mom was all for Lyrica getting up out of there. I feel like Lyrica's mom been wanting Lyrica to leave A1, but now she has more than one reason for her daughter to leave him, so she was ready for her to go. Now, the one thing that I didn't like in this scene, and y'all can call me petty for it, but I have 2 dogs, okay? And I love them. I have a sore spot for animals, especially dogs. Now, the mom had asked Lyrica what she was going to do about the dogs because A1 was in Miami. And she said whatever those are his dogs, he can figure out what to do with them and take care of them. And the mom was trying to tell her that the dogs didn't do anything wrong. That just because she's mad at A1 doesn't mean she takes it out on the dogs. And I didn't like that because they showed the little scene with the dog with the toy in its mouth watching her leave. And I didn't like that. That shit bothered me. It really did. And I know it seems petty, but I really do love dogs so much. So when I seen that shit aggravated me. It really did. So April makes her rounds in Chicago to make sure she sees all her friends and family while she's out there, because she's only going to be out there for a short period of time. At one point, she had went into the recording studio to record a little bit, and they was telling her that she needed to get more energy. And that's not the first time that she's been told she needs more energy when she sings. Her voice isn't horrible, but she definitely needs some vocal coaching. And I don't understand why just anybody these days can think that they can be in the music industry. It's almost as if you don't necessarily have to have any passion for it or any real talent for it to do it. That doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever, if they want to sign just anybody, they can do that if they want to. So they end up all going out to dinner, and it's her and her family and friends. And the family and friends include Drew and Paris. Now, Drew says that everyone blew it out of proportion about him bringing April to the concert that was out in LA, and that she should be able to be there if he wants her to be there because she's his friend and he wanted her there. So one of the guys that were at the dinner, I think he's from Making the Band. I think he's from, but I don't remember his name. And he was saying that the reason why people think it's weird about April and Drew being so close is because Omarion and Drew were friends at one point, and they're also bandmates. And April has children with Omarion, so it's weird that they would be that close together, and that she shouldn't be at the concert because it's just weird for her to be there. And he was saying that there's no clarity on the relationship between Drew and April because they say they're just friends, but they act like there's more. So April got annoyed and Drew got annoyed, and they said that they were just friends, but even if they did decide to sleep together and be together and decided to fall in love with one another, that wouldn't be anybody's business, and it shouldn't matter to anybody. And it's like, girl, they're telling you it doesn't matter to them. They're telling you that you guys say you guys are just friends, but then you guys make it seem like you guys are in a relationship. If y'all are in a relationship, just say so. And Paris said the same thing. She said that she's team Drew and April being together, but that she wishes they would just come out and say they're together instead of hiding it, which is true. It's like, why hide it? If you're together and you don't feel like there's no issue with you two being together, why don't you just say you're in a relationship with one another? So the mom starts crying and thanking Drew and saying that she's thankful for him, and the family was saying that they were thankful for him because they lived too far to be there for April. And then April was crying, talking about Drew was her saving grace and stuff. And this is why I think that they're overdoing it, and that she's overdoing her depression she had when Omarion left her, just to paint Drew as this savior and this Prince Charming who came and swept her off her feet and saved her from her depression. And because it's like being over the top now. It's like they're overdoing it for TV, and it's just annoying. It's like, who cares? If you enjoy together, you're together. All people are telling you is that she shouldn't be at the concert knowing that Omarion's there. It's weird. It's awkward. So A1 comes home from Miami, and he said that he came home to a lot of the rooms in his house being empty because when he was in Miami, he looked at his security footage that he has installed in the house, and he saw moving trucks and he saw Lyrica moving out. Now, he ended up calling Ray J to come to the house because he wanted Ray J's advice, because he knows Ray J has had this same experience with Princess before. So Ray J's stupid self comes into the house, and he's looking around and he sees that it's empty, and he's like, well, I know this wasn't empty the last time I was here. This was full. So A1 tells him that Lyrica moved out of the house. And so Ray J was saying that the solution for A1 and Lyrica to get back together and for their marriage to work is for A1 to keep his penis in his pants. Which Ray J would know, because at one point he couldn't keep his in his pants either. So A1 says that he was just talking to the girl on the plane, that he didn't hook up with the girl. And even Ray J didn't believe A1 when he said that he didn't hook up with that girl. And if Ray J didn't believe him, then I wouldn't believe him, because Ray J used to be a big serial cheater, okay? He used to be a serial cheater and a womanizer. So if he don't believe A1, I don't believe A1. So A1 was saying that it's whatever if Lyrica wants to leave him, but that he has a problem with her not telling him where his son's at. And I do think she needs to communicate better with him when it comes to their son, because he should know where his kid is, and he should have a say about his child as long as he's present in his kid's life. So I do think that they need to work out the co-parenting situation if they do decide to end the relationship, although I think Lyrica's a little dumb, so I don't think she's going to end the relationship with A1. So as A1 and Ray J are talking, they hear a noise downstairs, and A1 walks down the stairs to see what the noise was, and the episode cut there. Now, that concluded episode 8 of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 6. I was a little annoyed by this episode when it came to April and Drew's situation, because I feel like if they're in a relationship together, they need to just say it. And then I was annoyed with A1 and Lyrica, because Lyrica keeps saying she's going to leave A1, and then she ends up back with him again, and then he cheats on her again. So that's aggravating to me as well. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I want to know what you think down in the comment section about this episode. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. I will be reviewing more than just Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives. I will also be doing the show Total Divas. I'll be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marriage Boot Camp, plus the show Mixed-ish comes out tomorrow. I will be doing a review on that and a story time because I am biracial and I want to see if anything that happened on the show has happened to me personally. So I want to give a special thanks to all my subscribers. I have finally reached my first 100 subscribers and I appreciate you all so very much. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button and I will see you in my next video.